Hey guys, so this is another cooking video. Happens to be another vegetarian dish. I'm not vegetarian, so hopefully the next one I do, I'll grab the camera and I'll do one of the meat dishes that I cook. But I just wanted to show you what I do when I have no idea what to cook for dinner and I just look in the refrigerator and see what I have. So I always keep onion on hand. This is a large onion cut up pretty nicely. Not too fine, just into small squares. Then another thing that I always have on hand is tofu, because tofu packs a lot of protein, soaks up, it's like a sponge, it soaks up the flavor of whatever you're going to do. Even if you want to do something teriyaki or if you want to do something curry. I'm going to be doing something with Indian spices today. Then bell pepper is always nice to have, potato, and then always fresh cilantro. So I'm going to be throwing these all together with a little bit of Indian spices, and it's perfect to eat with tortilla or chapati if you want, but we just warm up tortillas most of the time. And also you can have it over rice. So I will get back to you guys in a few seconds when the onions have started to brown a little bit, and then after that we're going to add some of the other things in there. Okay, so now the onions look like they've browned a little bit, they've kind of caramelized. This is the time that we're going to be adding the diced bell pepper. Okay guys, so here is the bell pepper and the onions together. So you don't want to add the bell pepper in until the onions have gotten a little bit nicely caramelized. In about probably a minute or two. This is on a medium-high heat. If you feel like the onions are starting to get burned or getting to be brown too fast, then turn the heat down. But at this point, it's when I put in my garlic and my ginger. And I've been cooking for so long now that I have just gone from getting root ginger and grating it to finding this awesome tube of garlic, ginger, excuse me, that I love. And you can just squeeze a teaspoon of it into your thing. Totally fresh, doesn't have any preservatives in it. So this is all I have to do. It's really easy. I can just squeeze whatever amount into my dish that I want. Another thing I wanted to show you guys that I like a lot is this crushed garlic, but it's like little ice cubes. So all you have to do is just push it out, and it just pops right out into your dish. It's so easy. Instead of having to take a garlic clove, skinning it and all that, which I've done a million times, this just makes my cooking much easier now that I have 3 kids. I gotta get the show on the road. So anyways, I'm going to be adding potatoes and tofu pretty soon, but I just wanted to show you that, and I'll get back to you guys in a couple seconds. So I poured some ginger in here, and I popped 1 garlic cube in there. So that's how you can see that I always feel that there should be more ginger than garlic. Garlic is really potent. Ginger gives it that little bit of bite, which is so important in Pakistani food. So I'm just going to mix this around and put it on the low heat so none of the ginger or the garlic burns. When I feel that the bell peppers have started to brown a little bit, that's when I'm going to start adding in the potatoes and the tofu, and then we'll start adding some spices in there as well. So that's how the bell peppers and the bell peppers and the onions should be looking before you add the potatoes. And now we're going to add the potatoes. And the reason why I add the potatoes before I add the tofu is because potatoes are harder. They're going to take a little bit longer to cook than the tofu will. So you want to get those going, getting sauteed with the flavors and browning and just being in that heat a little bit longer than the tofu needs to be. So we've just got 1 potato. We've diced it up, pretty good size. I really like eating this with tortilla. So we're going to mix that. And we're going to add a couple of spices in just a second. I wanted to show you that right here I've got a good amount of cilantro. Like I said, cilantro is so awesome. It makes it taste really good. One thing I don't have right now are fresh tomatoes. The 2 tomatoes that I had in the fridge were super soft. I don't want to use super soft tomatoes in my dish, so I'll probably use a little bit of canned tomato sauce. But these are the 2 spices I'm going to put in. That's it. I'm just going to use some curry powder and some red chili powder. Not chili like you would use for chili for making chili. This is a different type of chili powder. It's like, red chili powder. It's hotter than cayenne. You just need a little bit, but it really gives it that good flavor. So it was really pretty basic. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put probably a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half of curry powder, and I'm probably going to put a little less than 1/4 a teaspoon of this chili powder in the dish. And then we're going to go ahead and add the tomato sauce and the tofu. So after adding about a teaspoon and a half of curry powder and 1/4 a teaspoon of red chili pepper. I have just a 8-ounce can of tomato sauce that I'm going to pour in there. After adding the tomato sauce, we want it to cook in the tomato sauce for just a few minutes. Right here I have about a cup of water. I probably am just going to kind of go with the flow and see how the consistency is. Actually, I just used the whole cup of water. So we'll use the whole cup of water. We'll mix everything together. We'll let it cook for probably another, I don't know, 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, then we're going to add the tofu in and we're going to let that cook for a little bit. I just want to show you what the tofu looks like before we're going to put it in. Nice little cubes like this. And I'm just going to be throwing the cilantro in with the tofu into here. Bubbling pretty good now. So as you can see, 1 cup of water probably isn't going to be enough. So I have another cup here, and I just poured in about 3/4 a cup, so probably more than 3/4 cup of water is going to be adequate. Just depending on if you want it to be really saucy or you want it to be thicker. If you want it to go over rice or you want to eat it with a tortilla. So that's going to cook for about 15 and 20 minutes, and we'll see how it looks. Don't forget to add salt and pepper to it. I wanted to show you guys the tortillas that I do. You can buy a pack of them, and they're raw. They're made, but you just have to make them yourself, have to cook them yourself. And I like these a lot better because they're a lot fresher. It kind of looks funny that I'm using this thing, but my spatula is in the dishwasher. It doesn't take long at all. You just have to wait until it kind of poofs up a little bit, and you're done. Well, this is what I like to eat with our curry that we're making here. All right. This is how it looks so far. Remember to have the pot on when you're cooking it. It's done. The length of the time that you want to cook it kind of depends on, well, first of all, it depends on the potatoes. So you can see me. It's breaking apart really easy. I can push through it so you know it's fully cooked. Depending on how you want it. If you want it a little bit more crunchy or if you want it really soft. The longer it cooks, obviously the tofu is going to taste a lot better. It's going to soak in more of the flavors. So now it's pretty much done, and all we have to do is eat it with our tortilla, guys. And here is our finished curry. Hope you guys have fun trying something new out, and if you have any questions, just ask. Take care, guys. Bye.